Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome. I hope you're all doing well. What do we got? We got Bill's here, Kyle's here. What's going on, guys? There's a new one that I think is here. Lenad? Lenade? Well, either way, welcome. Thanks for joining. I hope everybody's doing well. We had some fun with our song the other day. We definitely wrote the melodies for the verse and the pre chorus. We even wrote the melody for the chorus itself. And it pains me to say this, but I think we need to change the lyrics. As fun as they are, and we'll get into it, we'll listen to it. As fun as they are, it's not very repeatable, and it's not something that is just going to get like scooped up by anybody who could listen to this. While I'm talking to you guys, I'm just going to do one of these. Oh, look at that. That's almost over. Okay. I do want to, because I haven't posted anything. Sorry, my voice is a little scratchy as well. Let's just go over to here. I hope everybody's doing well. Bill and Kyle here. So yeah, I know we all had our fun putting Spacely Sprockets and Cogswell Cogs into the song, and I'm not saying that they're getting out of the song because I do like them being in. But what we do need to do is just make our chorus like a little catchy. Something that, like, if you hear this on the radio or you hear it like in a TV show or something somewhere out there, if you hear it, you'll be able to sing along a little. And that's kind of something you want for your chorus. It's like the most it's the most important part of the song. No worries. So far, so good here. Good to hear, Kyle. Sorry. While I'm talking to you guys, I just want to. Here we go. I need this. Very quickly. Ooh, what's going on here? Yeah, I could do this live now. Oops. Oh. Sorry, I'm just doing some very quick social posts. I should have done this earlier, but I wasn't able to. I'm gonna come join the song. Oh, let's do a hashtag, because why not? Songwriting. Make sure I spell it right. Process. All copy. Just gonna do this real quick. So I'm gonna post it there. I'm gonna hit that guy. Yeah, leave. That's fine. So our song is kind of outer spacey. It is kind of futuristic, sort of. It's definitely like an act of fiction. There is a sense of connection to somebody, because in our pre-chorus, I think the Justin stuff should be in a verse if we keep it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. It's either like Spacely Sprocket, kind of like, because it's just the alliteration is kind of fun. Cogswell Cogs. Maybe we can like get into the bridge, perhaps. I don't know. Maybe we'll see if we can. Again, we'll see if we can find a spot for all this stuff. Yeah, I did that. Sorry, I should have done this earlier, but I didn't. I didn't share this live stream like anywhere. I appreciate you guys all showing up. Brett, what's going on? Thanks for showing up. I always appreciate all you guys showing up. Actually, if you guys want to help out and share the link to YouTube or Twitch, just to see if we can get some more people in, that would be awesome. I'm just kind of like, I did a quick copy and paste into a couple things. Sure, let's do that. I could do those ones. So if you guys don't mind just hopping onto like Facebook or Instagram or anything and just sharing the link real quick, we'll see if we can pull a couple more people in to help us out. Okay, I think that's all we're going to have time for social stuff for me, which I should have done earlier, but it's okay. Let's see. That's the last one. Okay, one last one for me. And then we'll dive in because we're going to listen to what we had. The relative melody that we have in the first verse is what we're going to copy over to the second verse. And we're just going to keep the relative melody. Although there are some things in the second verse scratch that we did that I do want to keep. So there will be some modifications, but that's good because it's the second verse. You need a little change. You need a little bit of ear candy going, oh, this is a little different from the first time. You don't want that copy and paste. You want some motion, you want some change, you want something to make the listener keep going, oh, there's something else happening. I want to keep listening. So you want to rope them in somehow. Rope them in. That sounds bad. Okay. That's going to have to be that. That needs to go away. Let's dive in. Let me hit the button over here. Boom. Okay, here we go. So we're in our session. Oh, my allergies are a little crazy today, but that's all right. That's why I'm a little scratchy. But these are all scratch vocals. Just like I did for the guitars when we did all the guitars, I am going to just retrack all these vocals. One, I'm going to need to learn them way better. Two, the performances when our scratch vocal, just to get the ideas out there, were scratch vocals. They were there just to get the idea out there. So we need to get past that. So what we can do is we'll very quickly listen from the intro of the song, or actually, we'll listen from the intro of the song through the end of the first chorus. Do some minor rewrites of the lyrics in the first chorus eventually. Maybe we won't do that now. But maybe we will. Who knows? And then we'll also develop some vocals for the second verse, which will reference our scratches from earlier, and we'll try and develop something for the bridge. And then when we have these relative melodies picked out, we'll also do a couple things to build some harmonies, and we'll do it the old-fashioned way of actually finding the note and singing it. And then I'll show you guys how you can actually do it with like Melodyne as well, where you can just throw it in and kind of split it out and build a stack of harmonies. That's the word I was looking for. So let's go ahead and we'll go back to here. I don't have my keyboard shortcuts popping up for you. Start casting. That's the one I want. Let me just make sure it's in a decent spot. Okay, so keyboard shortcuts are going to be on the left for you over here. If you do have any questions about anything, obviously. Why are you showing automation? I don't want you to show automation. I could have just hit A, but then I would have done like all of them and whatever. Okay. So I think we're good. We still have our reverb of Supermassive going on, which was like crazy. Maybe we'll just do something a little more standard reverby or like delay into reverb. Casey, thanks for joining, dude. I was actually working with Casey last night. He is working on a cover song, and we were developing his vocals and just kind of refining a couple lines. Casey, let us all know in the chat. Let us all know in the chat how you made out with everything, and did you get to record any of it last night? Okay, instead of talking to Casey, which I always like doing, and talking to you guys, let's listen from the intro to the end of the first chorus, and we'll go from there. Blasting off into outer space. I'm sick and tired of the whole human race. I'm just looking for a place to call my own. Everything was so screwed up at home. Everyone was staring at phones. Don't want to live on this planet anymore. And I want you there with me, right there side by side. Jump inside our favorite rocket called Spacely Sprocket. Got the autopilot made by Cogswell Cogs. If we're in Okay, so oh boy, am I scratchy. So that's where we are. I think we can all agree, as much as we love that Spacely Sprocket and Cogwheel Cogs is in here. The first line is the first line of the chorus. You're saying, or the first line of the second verse? Because the first line of the first chorus, jump inside a favorite rocket called Spacely Sprocket. The cadence of this first line is really good. I like the cadence of this. Great chorus lyrics. Casey? Oh, okay. So maybe we'll stick with this first line. The autopilot by Cogswell Cogs, I think, is kind of just like shoved in there. The cadence of the first line, I do really like. Jump inside a favorite rocket called Spacely Sprocket. So I like the cadence of everything. I don't get the reference, but it still has a nice flow to it. Yeah, and that's kind of where my mind is like there isn't like a story I've written for this song, or there isn't a story that we've written for this song. So I do want this to be semi-relatable to Joe and Jane average listener. So coming up with using Spacely Sprocket, yeah, it's fun, but I think for now we're just going to commit that this is a placeholder for the cadence within the chorus. Let's just reference the second line real quick. Got the autopilot made by Cogswell Cogs. Again, cadence not bad. Spacely Sprocket are from the Jetsons. Yes, they are. Again, kind of a it's a good reference. But just like Casey, you know, I hate to say this, Bill, but Casey is probably within the target demographic that this song would go to. And if like he doesn't know what Spacely Sprocket is, and like as much as I could say like, yes, it's something I came up with, it actually isn't. So George Dyson works for Spacely Sprockets and Cogswell Cogs was competitor. Right. Too much of a throwback, right? Right. Like there's not as many people watching the Jetsons anymore. So as fun as this is, I think we're all agreeing we got to rewrite these two lines. The cadence, though, I think we can all agree that the flow of these first two lines is what it fits well within what we have. Let's listen to the second half. If we're in it together, we can evolve into a stronger force. I don't want to deviate from this course. If we're in it together, we can... 15, it was before my time. I only watched it in rerun. Yeah, I know. Bill, I think Casey and I only watched it as reruns of the reruns when we were kids, so... Or who knows? Maybe Casey watched it last week. Well, no, he said 25 years ago. The word favorite should be something else, and will push us in a new direction. Word favorite. Jump inside. Yeah, right. I see what you're saying. Jump inside our favorite rocket. Word favorite should be something else. Right, and then from this kills the flow. Deviate off course, okay, because you don't want to throw too many things in. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. All right, so let's use our cadences, and we'll kind of attack this bit by bit. Jump inside our favorite rocket called, and then another thing to keep in mind is we can have these notes drag out and have another track of vocals come underneath and start the next line if we get to something like that. Totally something we could do because this is a recording, it's not a live performance. So very quickly on my layers, I'm just going to duplicate the layer. Thankfully it shows our layers as well. And on this layer, we're just going to get rid of those. So let me turn my speakers off. Don the headphones. There we go. Now I got it right inside my ears. let's throw like a different tracking reverb on, and then I'm just gonna do verb suites. This is from Slate Digital. This has 1.5 million different reverbs on it, and so we're just gonna pull open Vocal Heaven, and then unmute our return. Hey, yeah, lovely. 1, 2, 3, yeah, cool. You guys should be hearing this as well because it's going through the mix bus. Deviate off course, of course. Yes. Okay. Jumped inside my favorite rocket. Don't care what it costs me. Maybe the rocket is a rental. Well, I mean, yeah, it could be. All right. I'm just going to do the same thing of getting the melody in there with just like Nas, and we'll get stuff from there. So I'm just gonna punch in na 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 na, and all that can get refined anyway. So there. Now we just have a quick reference of the relative melody. Maybe the rocket is a rental. Yeah. So we can develop this. Let's just listen again because I need to remember. If we're in it together, we can evolve into a stronger force. Again, stronger force. I do want. If we do this together, we can evolve into a. We'll figure that out. Maybe we want to change stronger force. I don't know what you guys think. I don't want to deviate from this course. Let's just punch this real quick. Evolve into a stronger force. I don't want to deviate off course. I want to do one more. Evolve into a stronger force. I don't want to deviate off course. Lovely. That's enough, right? I don't want to deviate off course. No, well, course doesn't rhyme with course. Course in this instance actually rhymes with force. A stronger force. So that's what we have now. It's force and course. That's what we have here. And then, of course, this may change if we're going to change this third line. If we're in it together, we can evolve into a stronger force. I don't want to Hey, that shows you the difference in your vocals day by day. This is the one we did the other day. This is the one I just did. Listen to the change of my vocal, which is relatively the same line, but how I sounded the other day versus how I sound today. If we're in it together, we can evolve into a stronger force. I don't want to deviate off course. See, there's a lot. This is why for different things, especially vocals, you want to you do want to batch your things as much as you can. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say do all of my vocals in the same day, but I would do all of my lead vocals in a day. And if I'm able to, then yeah, I could do my backgrounds as well, but you can always come back another day to do your background vocals. But I wouldn't, as much as you can, try to not do like punch-ins of like your lead vocal. One, because you can see right here, I sound very different. And again, it doesn't matter right now because I'm just going to retrack everything anyway, and that's all going to be on the same day. But it shows you on Tuesday I sounded like this. If we're in it together, we can evolve into a stronger force. And then today I sound like this. I don't want to deviate off course. So a little different. And I've been saying that my allergies are different today. Whatever. Okay, so. and quickly develop something for this first line. And the relative cadence doesn't need to be exactly the same, but we have an idea of what we want to fit in here. So now is your guys' opportunity. Start throwing ideas out here. Let's tackle this first line. But we do want it to be repeatable because we have the double chorus later. Now for we have the chorus after the second verse and second pre-chorus. But then we have a double chorus at the end. But what we can do at the very end is modify the second of the double chorus to have different lyrics. Again, kind of resolving our story. So we have to think of what the story is in the song, and then we can resolve it at the very end because it's the end of the song anyway. The song itself ends on just this big open chord. And in theory, you could have vocals kind of ringing out over that as well. So, something to keep in mind. Something I should keep in mind. Also something you guys should keep in mind. So, the narrative that we have so far is that we don't want to live on this planet anymore. We're not happy with the way things are turning out. We're not happy with the way... we're just like the course of actions, whether it be, and we're just going to say that everything is fictional. So the fictional course of actions of what is happening, because then we're just going to hop in a rocket and we're going to blast off. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. And I want you there with me, right there side by side. Could almost say like a take my hand, which I am going to write down because I want to remember it in my terrible handwriting. You guys remember my terrible handwriting from the other day. If you don't, let me know. I could show you, but it is bad. Take my hand ends. Basic chorus is about leaving. The last chorus is a resolve. We're coming back. It could be the resolve of we're coming back because where we went isn't good enough, or it could be the resolve of we found a new place and we can make this better than what we know. Also an option. We can play with that later. Take my hand. What did I almost want to say we're in this together. Take my hand, we're in this. Or that's going to be shoving too many in. So take my hand, we'll do this. We'll do it together. We'll do it together. So take my hand, we'll do it together. Go on. So that can kind of work. Take my hand, we'll do it together. Go ba 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 ba. Ba da ba 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 da 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 da. My hand, we'll do it together. Could say set off forever to kind of do a little rhyme. Set off forever. I hope my chat is updating. I'm just gonna double check. Whoop. See that? I see that. I want to double check something. I think I need this one. Guys, just hang tight for a second. Studio. Over here. Manage. This one. Beep-a-da-bop. Okay. It looks like it all was staying up to date. You guys just haven't said anything, and that's cool. So this is what I have. Take my hand, we'll do it together. Set off forever. Na 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 na. Or we're in it. So there's a couple options. Take my hand, we're in it together, set off forever. Or take my hand, we'll do it together, set off forever. Different options. Don't want to be alone. How about just don't want to be alone in space? Because that could be the next one, Brett. Don't want to be alone in space. Bill's multitasking because he's at work. Take my hand, we can go together. Sure, we could try it. Why not? All right. Take my hand, we'll go together, set off forever. Don't wanna be alone in space. I'm like roughing it in, but that's not terrible. Hang on. I'm gonna do one more. Take my hand, we'll do it together. Those are the wrong words. The wrong melody. Take my hand, we'll do it together. Set off forever. Don't wanna be alone in space. Take my hand, we can go together. Is that what I did? Take my hand, we'll do it together. Yeah, the do it is too shoved in there, so. Take my hand, we can go together, set off forever. Oh, how about don't have to be alone? Well, let's just listen to what we did if we combine them. Take my hand, we can go together, set off forever. Na 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 na. Oh, I have to do it for that one. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Don't wanna be alone in space. Okay. Off forever. Don't wanna be alone in space. The pacing on do it sounds like you're forcing words in. Yeah, exactly. So that's why I went with yours, Casey. It sounds cleaner. We can go together. So yeah. We can go together. How about set off forever? I think that's okay. Yep. Let's rewind. That's too far. I went back to the beginning. Wrong button. Wrong shortcut. Take my hand, we can go together. Set off. Take my hand, let's go together. Let's try it. Take my hand, we'll go together. Ha. Take my hand, let's go together, set off forever. Take my hand, let's go together, set off forever. Combining it has a nice like drag to it. Take my hand, let's go together, set off forever. Don't wanna be alone in space. So do we do that because it's gonna end, or at least the way I'm doing it right now, it's ending on like a really harsh S and it's real sibilant. Again, things we can fix later, but let's figure it out now. Don't wanna be alone alone. How about don't have to be alone in space? Don't have to be alone in space. Don't have. Forever. Don't have to be alone in space. I also changed it slightly. Don't have to be alone in space. I'm only slightly worried about that, like, sibilance of the end of space. Don't have to be alone in space. But I do already hear something happening. And my volume went down because I'm on the harmony scratch. It's hard to be alone out there. I mean, it's cold darkness forever until you find a replacement planet, which maybe we will. Take my hand, let's go together, set off forever. Don't have to be beyond the race. Bob Studios, not bad. Don't have to be beyond the race. It's not bad. I just want to do this real quick because I'm hearing something. I'm already hearing like a very quick harmony in my head. Take my hand, which is probably just going to be like a fifth on top. So, actually, you guys want to see a thing? Let's see a thing. I'm going to show you something. Let me collapse my tracks real quick. My layers, excuse me. I'm going to take these two, and I am going to hold down Option on my keyboard, but if you have a PC, that will be Alt. I'm going to drag it down so that I copied it onto my harmonies, and now I'm very quickly going to throw these into Melodyne with Command M or Control M on your PC. Here's all my guys. Click all. And then let's see if this is an A. Take my oh, that's that one. That's why we want to be over here. So C is my hand. Very quickly, just jumping these up. We are still in key, and I'm actually even just gonna like snap to F major. I'm gonna slam these guys home because this is just an idea, and I basically just very quickly made the fifth. So our starting note was a C, and I just wanted to jump up a fifth to see how this hears. This is how you do it in Melodyne. We'll have to refine some things, but essentially this is what you're looking for. I also want to turn the drift. I want all these notes to be like. I just want them to be like almost dead on. Like it's a scratch anyway. Take my hand, let's go together. So I don't like that note. Go. Take my hand, let's go together. Take my hand, let's go together. Set off forever. Take my hand, let's go together. Set off forever. Forever. Take my hand, let's go together. Set off forever. Take my hand. Let's jump forward. Set off forever. It's also that this is probably not in tune either. The lead that I did. So we have all these things selected. Snap. Bam. Slam them in. Take my hand. Take my hand, let's go together. What did I do? Oh, I'm still messing around. What did I do? Undo. Let's just try again. Take my hand, let's go together. Set off for. Yeah. Take my hand, let's. That's very interesting. Most of my meters went away. I wonder if I'm crashing Studio One right now. That'd be funny. Take my hand, let's go together. Wow, it definitely did something. Undo, undo. Take my hand, let's go together. Set off forever. Take my hand, let's. You see this? My meter messed up. Take my hand, let's go together. Set off forever. That's so bizarre. I don't think I've seen that before. Let's just keep undoing. Okay, so. Don't have to be. Take my hand, let's go together, set off forever. Don't have. Wow. Okay, I found a new thing. New little bug. I don't know what happens, but no biggie. What key is this in? It's in F major. You can tell because it's down here. We knew this when we first started developing this song. Actually, in the very first stream, I showed how this all started with just a reference riff that I had, and then I actually transposed it up because I thought it was in D, and I transposed it up to E, but I was wrong, and it was in E flat, and then I brought it up 2 steps, and it's in F. So we're in F major, and big shout out to Johnny Lipsham for helping out with that, because he's the one who actually pointed it out. My relative theory's not bad, but he's got like perfect pitch and can pinpoint those things. So take my hand, let's go. So that's interesting. I'm just gonna go ahead and play it safe. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna switch over to talk to you guys and take these things off real quick. Because I want to just do a quick restart. Oh, that means I'm going to have to do one more thing. Let's do this. Let's open up that guy. No worries, man. Nobody's ever late. You're here when you're here. Okay, so you guys are still hearing me. Cool. I'm just going to do a quick restart of Studio One. I do want to save. Only because like that little bug, whenever I find a bug, I want to get rid of it. So like I just restart. I just restart the program because the audio is still working. So I'm not worried about that. Excuse me. Forever harmony. It may sound good with straight third. Yeah, straight thirds might work. Cannot go wrong. Bops, I am a big fan of Coheed and Cambria, and I love how he develops his vocals for most of their songs. I was listening to a couple songs earlier today and need to just do more homework about like the styles of harmonies that he does. I'm also going to reach out to my buddy Will, who on YouTube is Phantasmaphonic. He's also on like Instagram and all the other social things. He's a really awesome producer. He is a madman. He makes a new song every week and releases it every Friday. He had to take a little break because he was suffering from a little injury, but earlier this year and a bit of last year, he wrote 35 songs. He wrote 35 songs, a song a week, and released it every week, and everything's available on Spotify and all those other things. It's nuts. Okay, let's get back in there. I do need to change one thing, so hang tight for just a second. Okay, I'm back. I just need to do that with console because like normally you guys can see this. Normally this is my send to you guys, but I don't want it doubled for you because you're listening to everything come through Studio One. So I just have to go in, turn it off, Okay, so take my hand, let's go together, set off forever. Don't have to be alone in space. If we're in it together, we can evolve into a stronger force. I don't want to deviate off course. I think it's generally okay. Even if we keep this line and it will all get replaced later. These are all scratches. Take my hand, let's go together, set off forever. Don't have to be alone in space. I'm gonna wing something real quick. And I'm actually just gonna do it. It'll be easier than throwing it into Melodyne and trying to like drag it up and all that stuff. I'm just gonna wing it. Trying to remember everything that we we wrote all of the lyrics. Even if I just do like enunciations and nas, who cares? Take my hand, let's go together, set off forever. Don't have to be alone in space. If we're in it together. Oh, I don't want to. Oh, we're gonna have to change this third line because I don't want to use like I don't want to like double up the together. Of course, we're gonna be doing it together. Please, we're doing it together. Get that out of here. So maybe we'll change this third line. Let's figure it out. Take my hand, let's go together, set off forever. Don't have to be alone in space. If we're in it together, we can evolve into a stronger force. I don't want to deviate off course. That's an idea. It's there. We're going to space, yes? Clearly, we are going to space. The entire general premise starting off with this was the episode of Futurama called A Clockwork Origin, and that's the one where Professor Farnsworth goes, I don't want to live on this planet anymore. And very fast, it's basically about evolution. He creates nanobots that in 3 days' time go from nanobots to fully evolved robot people. So, what if I'm waiting. I am waiting. You're probably typing it now. Or the message already sent. There's a little bit of a delay on YouTube. Whatever. I do want to change over to this. I'm going to mute this harmony thing. What if? I don't know why I did that, but that's fine. I know why, because I saw your message come through and it made me go blah, blah, blah. Take my hand, we can go together, set off forever. Don't have to be alone in space. If you do the same melody, but at the last bit, drop the note. I can't explain it. If you do the same melody, are you talking for the first half or the second half? If you tell me the first half or the second half, then we can figure it out. Again, I'm not too worried about developing harmonies right now because I can just build those all later. And like over the weekends, if we get a relative melody through the whole thing, I can fake it in Melodyne. This way I'm able to perform it. And if I can kind of build it up from there, then I can just like mimic it to perform it. Take my hand, let's go together, set off forever. I mean, the notes are off, but who cares? Take my hand, let's go together, set off forever. Don't have to be alone in space. If we're in it together, we can evolve into a stronger force. Take my hand, let's go together, set off forever. Don't have to be alone in space. Okay, I see what you're saying there, Bob. We left without a trace. Save. Play. If we're in it together, we can evolve. We left without a trace. Oh, you're saying to do trace with space at the second half over here. Okay. Now we leave without a trace, right? Yeah, we could definitely do that to do like an every other. Forever. Ever. So forever. But beep bop. Yeah. Sure. I don't wanna deviate off. Just noodling. Bop. That's everything that I do is I noodle. I come up with ideas. We just rough things in. Because what we can do to help like advance this along, once we finish up this chorus, we're just going to like copy and paste for now into the other ones because it's a chorus. And then we'll do some stuff in the bridge because that's really the last thing. The relative melody of our first verse, we're going to copy over into the second verse. We just have to come up with lyrics. And if it's us doing it together versus me doing it, it's cool. But Bob, I don't know if you heard this one. I just want to show you the bridge the way it is right now. It's just phonetic noises with a relative melody. All good. Happy to see this. Yeah, man. All right. So here, listen to the bridge, which I'm not sure if you know or not. So that's, I kind of winged that when we did this on Tuesday, and I do want to keep that, knowing that the first half of each thing is probably going to spread over the second half. They're going to be like this big kind of choir of voices doing the whoa. So, excuse me. So we do just want watch your worries fade to gray. The stars look very different today. Okay. That's not terrible there, Brett. Brett, let me know where you think that should kind of get put in. Is that the second half of the chorus? Watch your worries fade to gray. The stars look very different today. Something like that, maybe? If we're in it together, we can evolve into a strong... For the bridge. Oh, we could split that too. You're saying for the bridge. We can do just, oh, I like that. Brett, I think we're going to stick with that. I got to write it down because we can just make it a choir of voices because it's going to be spacey, and we can just do like reverbs and delays and all that other kinds of crazy modulation stuff. Of a choir just doing the whoa, watch your worries fade to gray. Whoa, the stars look different today. Something like that, maybe. We can just scratch out look very different. The stars look different today. I'm gonna write it down. We're gonna do some things. Yes, Brett. See? This is why it's a communal thing. Oh, darn. LOL. Okay, this is fun. I'm glad to write lyrics. Yeah, man. It's a community thing. We're all kind of developing this together. All right. Bridge. Choir vocals lead to number 1. Oh my god. Watch your worries fade to gray. Watch your worries fade to gray. And then the second one will be the stars look different today. The stars look different today. Tonight or today? Probably today, because it's going to go with gray. Makes sense. Duh. Come on, read the thing. You know what? Stars put my pupils away. Okay, that's not bad. Because we have it right now, I'm just going to... Oh, you know what? Let's just punch in on this. Ready? Beep. Boop. We need that, and then we can immediately do the follow-up with this. You know what I haven't been doing at all? Is throwing a reverb in. I've had it muted the whole time. Space Oddity. Oh, yeah, very much, Michael. Kyle's here somewhere. He was here earlier. I don't know. Maybe he had to step away from the screen or whatever. Okay, let's punch in the answer to our bridge, which we're just going to put on our main scratch because it doesn't matter. Whoa, watch your worries fade to gray. Whoa, I missed that one. That's okay. We'll just do it again, you know? to figure. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm just gonna punch that second half. Cool. I just need to figure the timing of it. Let's go here. Stars are looking different today. Something like that, maybe, but today we have to go up there so that it resolves into from the A to the C. I'm missing it. There's a little bit of a pickup into it. Stars look different today. See, the same thing. It can't. Why did I hit F? I didn't mean to do that. It doesn't matter. That can trail into what the chorus will be, and then if we kind of just steal the chorus for now, boop boop boop. I'm gonna hold Option on my control. Use the right words. I'm gonna hold Option on a Mac, Alt on a PC to just click and drag these things. It's gonna give me an exact copy of them. I'm just gonna slam them in over here. This is also why when I work with vocalists, I have multiple tracks. Like right now, we're just working on these 2 yellow or orange like scratch tracks, but these are my lead vocal tracks, and I have 4 of them, which I'm probably gonna do even more because of the way we'll develop the way I'll develop the actual like lead vocal performance with doubles and things like that. Because the doubles in my chorus, I'm gonna want almost like triples. I'm gonna have the main right up the center, and then I'll have like one left and right to kind of emphasize. Let me get some water, and then I'll do. We're gonna do like choir vocals, as much performed choir vocals as we can as a single person. Ooh, also another good option as the world fades away. What do you guys like better? The stars look different, or stars are looking different. Where's my vocals? Here they are. Let's get this thing out of here. So let's listen. Watch your worries fade to gray. And I'm just gonna interrupt and for these bridge vocals, like the answer backs. Especially this first one, I almost hear like a whisper kind of sound to it, which really, if we really want, we can just do that. Oops. Just duplicate. Why are you that color and not that? Interesting. Watch this. We're going to layer this up with something like I call, and some other people call it. It's like a power whisper. So just take a listen. And it's going to be blended in eventually. And this is just to remember the idea. Again, these are all scratch vocals. We want to remember the idea. So we're just throwing things in. It was subtle. Let's take a listen. So that kind of buried in can almost give this like almost, we can make it like scary, like, oh my goodness, I am worried. There's all this like weight on my shoulders. So subtly in there can be really nice. As the world fades away. So what do we have for this second? Stars look different today. Take my hand, let's go. So you can see it can lead over into our chorus. Stars look different to. Let's try Bop's line, as the world fades away. I just want to like get it in there, see how it feels, how the flow is. Stars look. Oh, wrong track. That's why. I want to go over this one. As the world fades away. We just gotta get the timing. As the world fades away after the run. That's too much. I see where you're. Oh, Siri, I'm not talking to you. For some reason, Siri went off. As the world fades away. After the... Oh, I think I see what you're suggesting there, Bob. Let's try something. As the world fades away. After the run. Take my hand, let's go together. That could work. I mean, I cut it off real soon. Let's do it again. As the world fades away after the run, take my hand, let's go together, set off for it. I did it shaky, but I could see this trailing off. Actually, let's just do this and. As the world fades away after the run, take my hand, let's go together, set off forever. Don't have to be alone in space. As the world fades away. So here's where we can do like some really cool stuff. Is we can do way too much on here. Also, I want to do that. Just put that to there. I almost want like, and really I could put an EQ before, or some like saturation after, just to like really warm these up. After fade fades away in time. Yeah. Let's go back. Oh, wrong way. Come on. Watch your worries fade to gray. As the world fades away after the run, take my hand, let's go. And then, of course, that's doing that. These are all just giving us ideas and inspiration. All good, man. Cool. I'm glad you think. Again, thank you everybody for like your input into this, because this is definitely fun. I hope it's fun for you, because like you can see different people's like methods on why they do stuff. Like I don't know if you guys do this all that often, like this whole whisper thing. Watch your worries fade to gray. Watch your worries fade to gray. Watch your worries fade to gray. It's subtle and it's gonna get buried, but I think this will help. This will at least help this line. Watch your worries fade to gray. You can do like some weird pan automation, have that thing kind of swirl around. I'm not gonna do it now, but it can be fun. This thing we can get rid of because we have our chorus, which is this. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna hold Option on my Mac or Alt on a PC and just drag this guy over. Okay, so we didn't drag this over. I'm going to do the same thing. Our pre-chorus from earlier. And then, oh, here's where we can do some craziness, is we can, once again, for our scratches, drag, oh, I already did that. Undo. Cool. We can take these guys, because we do have a double chorus here. I'm just going to put it here, and then we can always change the lyrics later. Let's just see how this relative flow is. Never did the whisper. Nice idea. It's actually something that happens in more productions than you think. Right now, it's actually really loud. So, like, without having done anything, because clearly there's no plugins or anything going on. Let's find like a really rough balance. Watch your worries fade to gray. Watch your worries fade to gray. Probably like that. It's gonna be something ridiculously subtle, but it will be there, and probably in more spots than just the bridge. Maybe the bridge one will be a little bit more up front than some of the other ones are. But it's definitely something to do, because like it helps, it adds presence to a lot of vocals. Watch your worries fade to gray. So like if we did the same thing in the chorus, take my hand, let's go. Take my hand, let's go together, set off forever. Add to reverb and a pan track. Yeah, you could absolutely do that. You can also do this. There is a way to do it, and I'm going to show you real quick. If you guys don't have this plugin, there's a link in the description of all my videos to Waves. You can go and get Morphoder. This thing is cool. We're just going to go mono to stereo. And I just want to show you real quick because I think there's a preset you can do. Boom, whisper. Is it whisper or is it? Oh, no, it's breathy. Breathy is the one. Because let's take a listen. Take my hand, let's go together, set off forever. Now, it is robotic because it's a program doing it. But you can do this. You can duplicate like a vocal somewhere. And we didn't do it in our chorus, but now let's kind of like just blends this Morphoder in. I'll just mute it first. Take my hand, let's go together, set off forever. Don't have to be alone in space. If we're in it together, we can evolve into a stronger force. I don't wanna deviate off course. So bing, 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 bing. It's very subtle. You would usually do this like after most of your processing is already done. This way it has the same relative balance, and then you blend it in. So doing some parallel processing, it's a lot of fun. Channel editor, get out of here. I didn't need you. Bill, come here, microphone. When I need gang vocals, I will add a shouted whisper along with deep octaves and raspy falsettos. Yeah, you could absolutely do that. Here's a great trick that I like to do when I'm doing gang vocals, like proper gang vocals with a bunch of guys in a band in a studio, is I layer the crap out of the gang vocals. I make them do it like 4, 6, 8 times. But here's the trick, is you set up either your one mic or your stereo pair, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. It can get creepy. Yes, it can get creepy. Okay. For your gang vocals, you set all your guys up. Let's say you put them in a semicircle around your mic. If this is your mic, everybody's standing in a semicircle. When you go and do your gang vocals, you have everybody stand in their spot. You hit record, and they all do the gang vocals. When you hit stop, you go to a new track or a new layer that you can just put on a new track later. And before you hit record, you tell everybody to rotate one position. And for every track that you do, this is why I do it like 4 to 6 or 8 times or even more. For every track you do, you put them in different spots. And you tell them like, okay, the track 1, you're all in a semicircle. Track 2, you all like flip sides of the semicircle. Track 3, you all go a mile away from the microphone. Track 4, you're all on top of it. Like change it up each time. And then it actually sounds like a bunch of people because no voice is in the same relative spot. Right. So you're working on a track that needs gang vocals, as in a country party song. Yes, this would be great for that, because then you can take all these vocals of everybody like sloppily singing. That's another thing. You can have them kind of sloppily singing it if you're doing like party style things. You can have them do the gang vocals like almost sloppy in relative time, but sloppy, and then put that into a reverb that's supposed to sound like in a living room. Will it be in the entire song? No, the whispers you want to be just kind of like a little support. It's a little extra for a chorus. It's a little extra for a bridge in our case. It's just a little additive thing because it adds just a touch of presence. Actually, let's just do this. I'm going to like slam this thing with compression real quick. This is Joey Sturgis Tones Gain Reduction Deluxe. This is the first one. They just put out version 2 a couple months ago, not that long ago. My favorite gang vocals are Mutt Lang style. Mutt Lang does so... He's got some crazy things, but he's also like brilliant. So, I am just going to slam this vocal. This is just a copy of our chorus because I'm going to show you that Morphoder thing again. Morphoder, monitor stereo. And the preset is breathy. And actually, even what I could do over here is make it lo-fi, too. Take a lot of the body out, because it's going to be whispers anyway. So this is going to be too much compression. Too much limiting is going to happen here. But I'm doing it for a reason. Take my hand, let's go together, set off forever. Don't have to be alone in space. If we're in it together, we can evolve into a stronger force. I don't want to deviate off course. So I'm going extreme. I'm going very fast. But I'm doing a crazy amount of gain reduction, and I put the compressor actually after the Morphoder for whisper. Take my hand, let's go together, set off forever. Don't have to be alone in space. If we're in it together, we can evolve into a stronger force. So it adds some presence and some forward without having to grab an EQ and crank the highs on it. Like, you can just do this and just kind of like parallel some extra presence in. So it's something to try. You can perform it like we did earlier, or you can, let's just remove all. I don't need any of these. I was just showing you the example. You can perform it, which I prefer to do. But if you ever need to fake it because you got a track and you're like, oh, this would be really cool, it needs a little extra presence, Morphoder, compress it, limit it, slam it in there, blend it in. Oh God, sorry, that was awful. Okay, I do need to check something real quick. And then I think the only thing that we need is I'll write lyrics for oh, this might be at 4:30. I'll write lyrics for the second verse. I'll come up with some stuff like that. Or I think, Casey, you wanted to talk earlier or later today. Maybe you and I can work on it together. Who knows? But yeah. Okay. We're definitely in a... Yeah, I have to fake the gang. Okay, you have to fake the gang. Are you going to be working with a group, or is it just going to be you? If it's just going to be you, if you have the option of different microphones, then I would say throw different microphones in your room in different spots and record them all at the same time. This way, you can then do a couple tracks. You can duplicate everything. You can duplicate everything, and then you can move around the room. So the microphones don't have to move. You can just be closer and further to different ones and try and make, different voices when you're doing, your different layers of your different gang vocals. If it's just you. If it's you recording a band and a bunch of people in the studio, then the thing I was saying before of everybody moves around the one microphone. This way they're in different spots in the room, because you can just slam those later with compression just to make it sound fuller. Me and perhaps some kid. Yeah. So I would say if you have different microphones, even if you can't record different microphones at the same time, maybe you have something like a Focusrite Solo. It's literally one microphone at a time. Do a bunch of layers in different spots in the room with different microphones. Whatever's easy. Something needs to move because you want some distance, you want some room sounds, you want variance, and you want to fake different voices as well, because you don't want it to sound like 17 different versions of you. You want it to sound like 30 people in a room going, oh, I love that song, yeah, things like that. I always wind up having to make my own gang. Usually try to double track and pan all parts. Yeah. Sing the melody, then an octave below, a clean falsetto, and a raspy falsetto. Yeah, that's like changing your voice so you don't sound like the same person all the time. No, you're good with lots of input. Cool. So then, yeah, you can do it with a bunch of different styles of microphones. Maybe you have a 58. Maybe you have a couple condensers, like a pencil condenser over here facing the wall, a regular large diaphragm condenser at the back of the room, like all different spots. Put them all in, get a fair amount of gain on all of them. Obviously, you don't want to like clip anything, but like a bunch of different microphones, and then you move around, and the other guy, if he's coming there, and just like Bill's saying, different voices, different styles. Some actually singing the melody, some singing the harmony if there is a harmony. Others just kind of like saying it out loud. You can do lots of different layers and then do different things to them, and it'll sound like a gang. It'll sound like a bunch of people doing it. And then you have different options of like reverbs and stuff as well. Cool, never thought of that. Yeah. Okay, so other than the verse, there's stuff going on outside, but I think they're just getting restless. Let's do a quick listen through, and I'm gonna make some notes. Where'd my pencil go? I'm just gonna make some notes of ideas. I want you guys to do the same while we listen. And honestly, let's just listen from the beginning. Blasting off into outer space. I'm sick and tired of the whole human race. I'm just looking for a place to call my own. Everything was so screwed up at home. Everyone was staring at phones. Don't want to live on this planet anymore. And I want you there with me, right there side by side. Take my hand, let's go together, set off forever. Don't have to be alone in space. If we're in it together, we can evolve into a stronger force. I don't want to deviate off course. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Na-na-na-na-na-na. And I want you there with me, right there side by side. Take my hand, let's go together, set off forever. Don't have to be alone in space. If we're in it together, we can evolve into a stronger force. I don't want to deviate off course. Whoa, watch your worries fade to gray. Whoa, as the world fades away after the run. Take my hand, let's go together, set off forever. Don't have to be alone in space. Okay, so I think that is where we're going to call it today. I have a couple notes. Obviously, we need to write the second verse. There's nothing going on in there, so we just need to write the second verse, and then we do have to change the fourth chorus. We have to rewrite the fourth chorus to say like, you know what, the story is over. We found some place to be together. We found some place to call our own. We found some place that works with or that we can develop into what's better than what we know. So, very nice channel, Sir Tim. I have been following. Just busy. Bob, I understand everybody's busy. Some of us are multitasking, like Bill was earlier. He was working and kind of watching and adding in whenever he could. But thank you for coming and joining, and for just like being involved in the chat today and working with me. I do want to say again thank you to everybody else for also adding some input into today's stream and our changes and our our modifications. I'm having a lot of fun doing this with you guys, especially this vocal part, because we're developing it all together. So my job over this weekend is going to be to write some new stuff, and I think I'm gonna change the performance of everything. And next week when we get into it, on Tuesday, like we always do, we'll kind of recap where we are, and I'll ask you guys if you think that there's anything else to add or change or modify within the song. I'm also going to reach out to a couple friends of mine. Like I said before, I'm going to reach out to my buddy Will, also known as Phantasmaphonic on YouTube, and see, he's this awesome producer. Maybe he's going to add some more synth stuff into different parts of the song, but we'll see what he's got. I'll show you what I do. I'll try and do everything over the weekends. We'll follow up. And then maybe we'll also do like a real fast rough mix of everything before we actually like do the full mix. And maybe, just maybe, this whole thing will be available for you guys to mess around with as well. Can't confirm yet. Got to figure it all out. But that's kind of an idea. It's like we've all worked on it together, so why not work on it all the way together? So I do want to say thank you to everybody for coming and hanging out and spending some time with me, as you guys always do. I hope you enjoy your weekend, because it's Thursday now. We're not going to come back until Tuesday of next week, 2:30, like we do, 2:30 my time, so that's Eastern Standard Time. It's probably going to be different for you, depending on where you are. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing if you're a subscriber. Thanks for following on Twitch if you follow on Twitch. Thanks for being active in the chat today and helping me out with everything. Anybody who has made a donation, thank you very much. That always helps continue to make content for you guys. I do also want to say that if anybody is interested, I can offer one-on-one lessons inside Studio One remotely. I can work from here in my home studio, and you can work at your home studio, and we can remote together so we can help whatever problems you're having, and every lesson can be tailored to whatever your problems are. And it can be a one-off, like, oh, I'm really having this problem, can you help me figure it out, to, you know what, I really could use like a bunch of lessons on production and mixing and stuff like that. So if you're interested, head over to my website, timflansbaum.com, and just shoot me a message over there saying, hey, I'm interested in lessons, and then I'll let you know what all the information is from there. So thank you all. I hope you have a great weekend. Again, thanks for all of your insights into today's, and I hope everybody has a great weekend. So have a good one. Goodbye.